Good morning, children. Welcome back to English Online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. I hope you all are doing well. Yes? Okay, children, let's start our today's session. We are discussing Lesson 9, The Great Stone Face 1. We already discussed the first part of our story. So today, let's discuss the second part of our story, The Great Stone Face 1. The story is about a boy named Ernest who has close affinity of fondness or affection with the stone face atop the hills beyond. People of this valley who staying near those mountains have attributed stories to this great stone face. One day, a mother tells her son Ernest about the prophecy associated with the stone face. According to the prophecy that someday in future would be born a child and he would become the greatest and the noblest person, a person with good character, with high moral principles. And when the child becomes a man, he would have an exact resemblance to the great stone face. He would exactly look like the great stone face. When Ernest heard this, he was so excited, and from that day onwards, he eagerly waited for such a person to be born with resemblance to the great stone face. Ernest grew up to be a helpful and dutiful youth. He would help his mother in all the household chores or activities. The boy didn't receive any formal schooling, any formal school education, but this stone face became his teacher. And whenever he gazed at this great stone face, it seems to smile and encourage him. It is during that time a news spread in the valley that a man who bears a resemblance to great stone face appeared at last. His name was Gathergold. He went outside this valley to establish as a businessman, and he was successful in his business matters. He became very rich. Now that he had become old, he desired to return to his own valley, to his native valley. Ernest and the inhabitants of the valley were really anxious and excited to meet Mr. Gathergold. At last, when he appeared before the inhabitants, all shouted with joy that the old prophecy had come true. The very image of the great stone face had finally turned up. But Ernest just fell the other way. He was sad when he saw the wrinkled, unpleasant face of Gathergold. At that time, the great stone face seemed to console him by saying that the man with resemblance to the great stone face would come in future, would surely come in future. Then years went on. Ernest grew up to be a young man. He was not noticed by anyone, for he had no striking qualities, any specific qualities, except that after finishing his daily labor, he would gaze upon the great stone face. Some thought it to be a foolish deed, but it was something forgivable, as Ernest was a kind and hardworking young man. But the people didn't know that this great stone face had become a teacher to him, from which he had gained wisdom which he would have never attained from books. Ernest was only concerned about the arrival of the man having resemblance to the great stone face. By this time, Gathergold died. He went, or his wealth also disappeared before his death. The inhabitants finally agreed that he has no likeness to great stone face. He has no similarity to the great stone face. As the time passed by, people started to believe that another son of the valley, who was born in this valley, who is known by the name Blood and Thunder, has likeness to the great stone face. He had become soldier many years before. He had fought bravely in many wars and was now a famous commander. Old and tired now, he had expressed a desire to return to his native valley, as our Mr. Gathergold wished to return to his native valley. So the inhabitants of the valley eagerly waited for the general Blood and Thunder Preparations were made to welcome the general, and also a great banquet had been arranged. Banquet means a great feast. Soon after his arrival, people were overwhelmed with joy and shouted that it is exactly the same face. He has the same face of the great stone face atop the hills. But Ernest couldn't recognize or identify any similarity to the great stone face. At that time, he felt that the great stone face whispered to him that one day a person with resemblance to the great stone face would come to the valley, according to the prophecy. One day the prophecy would come true. Children, here concludes our lesson 9. I hope you all understood the story. We'll see whether the prophecy would come true in our lesson 10, the great stone face 2. So children, it's time to wind up our session. Let's conclude here. That's all for today. See you in the next class.